Hi, my name is Ed Schlager from North Shore Crossing. We're here tonight interviewing people from our fellowship who have special relationships with the Lord that they've experienced in recent times. It seems that all of us in our group have very close relationships with God based on His plan for us, and in ways that we even spoke earlier weren't ways that we thought or ever dreamed of being in situations that would occur in our life. But we're here tonight with David, and we want to interview David. He has some questions for him. So let me start with you, Dave. Let me introduce you to David. And Dave is a sophomore at Loyola. Loyola University here in Chicago, lives in a dormitory off of Sheridan Road in Chicago, very close to the L station there at Loyola. And he has come to some gigantic changes in his life in the past year and faced decisions and confronted family members on certain needs that he has expressed, which tended to create some strong opinions towards Dave and vice versa. So we want to hear his story a little bit. So we'll start, Dave, with us asking you if you could tell us a little bit of what's been happening in the past year or so since you came to North Shore Crossing, and what happened that Pastor Brian came into your life, and all these things.
Yeah, cool. I'm actually a junior at Loyola.
Junior?
Okay. But yeah.
Sorry about that.
I guess my story would have to start from the beginning to fully grasp it. So my family, they're Indians. They came from India in 1988. My father was a veterinarian studying his PhD here. My mom was just a normal housewife. My father was a Hindu growing up in India, so all his brothers and sisters, so forth, line of, idols and Hinduism throughout his life. And my mom came from a nominal Christian family at best, I'd say. So they came to this country in 1989, I believe. My father was working at, I think it was Holy Family Hospital at the time, as a emergency room doctor, or emergency room assistant, and working on studying his PhD and stuff. And my mom was just a housewife. And no, not going to church, just, I don't even know if they were practicing Hinduism at all. But yeah, so my dad, he took a nap in the chair in the emergency room and passed away there. So I never met my father. He died he died in 1991, July. July, actually tomorrow. But and so I grew up, my mom just raised us with the best she can. She worked Federal Reserve Bank and Baker McKenzie, a bunch of other jobs like that. And I just was always raised by I never had a Christian father. I'm the first Christian male in my family. All my aunts and uncles, they're doctors, Hindu, so for them, the only thing they see is being a doctor. If you're not that, you're nothing. You're a low life in society and life and so forth. So I grew up with the mindset of my cousins, God's retarded. Christianity's dumb, and had no desire to follow God. I hated God for what happened with my dad. Had no desire to be a Christian. Throughout that time, maybe up to my sophomore year of high school, I always went to church because the family on our street, my buddy's family, they invited us to church back in the 90s, and we just always went. And I just put the good Christian boy face on at church and stuff, but outside of that, I was just the average idiot teenager, played sports, drank, just did that stuff. Never really would be that kid who got saved 8 times at camp for 8 years straight, that kid. But I don't know, sometime between my sophomore and junior year, God really started tugging at my heart and just started pulling me towards Him and showing me that I needed Him, and that, I don't know, just looking outside at this world, that, hey, this wasn't made by evolution or some soot or some big bang, that there's a much greater creator than all of this, and that truly hit me And just like, I guess through that, and just like, my disciple back home at church, at Ashburn Baptist, he kind of led me through the book of John, and that really changed my life, and that's when I realized I needed God, and I got saved in my junior year of high school. And throughout that, like, I don't know, God's just been working in me since then. Like, when I left for college my freshman year, I went to Indiana University. I went to go study business pre-med. So I was still kind of, I was saved. I was stuck in this world of, I guess, moralistic deism. And that, like, you know, if I'm good, God will bless me, do this and that. And all I really cared about then was money. But I still knew God and stuff. All my desire was just like make a couple $100,000, wear the Rolex, drive the Mercedes. That's all I really wanted back then. And I mean, I was on path to do that. Then like throughout that year, God was just showing me my sin and my just like how stupid I was being by thinking I was better than anyone because I thought I was more righteous because I wasn't going out partying or I wasn't smoking weed with the rest of the guys on the floor. And it's just like, I don't know, throughout that, God just showed me a lot, taught me a lot about his character, taught me about, I guess, apologetics and all of that. Then he just started tugging my heart away from the money, away from the business, away from the medicine. It started showing me this whole new, I guess, world of theology, I guess you can call it. I mean, yeah, theology. And just started showing me, like, how much more satisfying it was to be with him and just more satisfying to share his truth with others and just learning about him. So it got to the point by, like, my spring semester when I was there where I wasn't going to class anymore. And I was just listening to, like, Mark Driscoll and, like, Matt Chandler more than anything else. And then, I don't know what happened, God led me back to Chicago. Like, it was kind of crazy how it all happened, but I ended up for my sophomore year going to Loyola just to do just to do biology and pre-health. And throughout that, I somehow miraculously ran into NSC on the Gospel Coalition website, just searching for a new church up here. And I saw a new cool idea. I emailed Brian about planning churches on the L, and I'm like, that's something I want to be part of. And just like through that, and just coming here and just being with real people, real emotions, just real feelings. No one's hiding anything. It's been wonderful, and just like God's used Pastor Brian in my life in ways I never thought. Like, I was just struggling with stuff and just talking to Brian and just telling him, man, I don't think this is the direction I'm supposed to be heading in medicine and stuff like that. And before I even mentioned to him, like, my desire to study theology or do anything like that, he's like, man, you're not meant for any of that crap, pretty much, I guess you can say. And, like, he's like, I see you being a pastor and just, like, loving on people. And I'm like, dude, I've had that, like, same desire for, like, the last year or so. And just, like, I just stepped up to my family who pays up for all my school, who are Hindus and atheists, and just told them, like, I can't be a doctor anymore. That's not where I'm going. That's not what I want to do. That's not the direction God's calling my life, which they don't understand because they're blind. But hopefully God will change them. But yeah, just the faith and just, I guess Brian showed me that I could have in God and just the trust in him and just like God using him to truly show me how I need to be on his path and not doing what I want to do or what I thought was right. And God's working in me every day, teaching me new things and just, I guess, yeah, just working every day. So.
What a pleasure it is to listen to you, Dave, to listen to a person who is of such strong convictions. That's who we are. That's what we're all about here. So we hope we'll be meeting you in the near future and what it is that has brought you so close to the Lord and to wanting to be with people like us. Thanks a lot.